Hi everybody, I'm Jack, and this is Raw Tropical Living. Thanks for joining me again today. I figured I better go ahead and do this video because it's about to get crazy here soon. It's a Sunday afternoon and we have World Cup fever down here. Costa Rica's about to play Greece in about 20 or 30 minutes. And I definitely want to watch that. And if you watch that recipe video, might have been the last video or the one before that. It sounded like it had TV in the background. That's the reason, because I'd been watching Colombia play that day and still had the TV on. And I used the TV so little it just didn't occur to me. And I wasn't even hearing the noise in the background. Anyhow, that's that. I hope you're doing well on this afternoon. Obviously you won't see it on Sunday afternoon. Sometimes I feel like I'm talking to you live here. Maybe I'll have to do one of those on Ustream one day. Anyway, I'm chilling here today with another nice smoothie. The weekends are, I've been kind of lazy since I got back from the States. I haven't been prepping food so much. Been heavy on the smoothies. This one is my third of the day. I just had, I had about 45 ounces of smoothie at another place a little while ago. Orange juice, pineapple, and mango. Got home, just was seeing what I had around here. I have a nice big fat pineapple, so I'm having, this is pineapple, banana, coconut water, and a little piece of ginger in there. So yeah, I'm just rocking this fruit. And you know what? From the title of this video, here's just a good little example for you and why I'm always, you know, I drink a lot during these videos. It's simple. You know, you can look for all this knowledge and recipes and tricks and complicated science and this and that, but it goes back to just putting in, eliminating bad stuff from your body and replacing it with good stuff, good, whole, plant-based food. So, you may be seeing the title of this video and you don't know what angle I'm going to come at or what I'm talking about with that, because it could be interpreted several different ways. One of the things that you have to really be aware of, so you will get that intuition sooner, is you have to use you can't just watch videos, you can't just read. This can't just be a cerebral type thing where you learn all this information about raw foods, veganism, whatever it is, you know, whatever place where you're trying to be in your health journey. You can't just depend on other people. You can't watch me, you can't watch anybody and just take their knowledge at face value. Now there's a lot of good knowledge out there, which I think is you take this knowledge and you go to the laboratory. And when I say laboratory, my body's always my laboratory. How do you feel? You know, and maybe you need to really, instead of trying to get over it so fast, when you have a fall, when you have a binge, when you fall off the wagon, when you eat what you're not supposed to eat, or when you eat what you don't think you're supposed to eat or want to eat, you need to slow down and analyze what's going on during this time, which is going to quite possibly help you in the future. Don't try to rush through it. Don't try to just brush over it and say, okay, well, I'm going to get back to my plan and I will do better. Actually meditate on why you ate what you ate, but more importantly, how did you feel in that crucial moment? I mean, not in that necessarily moment when you took the bite, because it takes a little bit for the food to get in your body, but how did that food make your body feel? Psychologically, how did that make you feel? Did you feel like, pardon my language, did you feel like shit because you felt guilty, or you felt disappointed that you didn't stay on your plan, didn't stay on your lifestyle? Yeah, so what were your emotions? What was the psychology at the time? How did your body feel? And I want you to lock that in your head. I want you to, it's almost like when people, you know, like if you have a pain, like there's certain meditations, some people would just try to not think about the pain, and other people would go into the pain and try to understand the pain. I don't want to try to get too deep here, but what I'm saying has a practical aspect to it. I want you to, the next time, hopefully there won't be a next time, but the next time you slip up or you eat something that's really not the best thing for you, lock that memory in your head. I want you to think about how you feel at that moment when the physical how do you feel at that moment when the food hits your body and starts affecting your body? How do you feel psychologically, emotionally? A little example, and then at least you have a base of knowledge where you can decide. You can decide what's acceptable to you, and you can decide what's not. If you remember from the video a few weeks ago when I went to Pensacola, I said kind of a day trip in Pensacola or something like that, and I had that meal that I told you that's not a normal meal for me. Well, I gained a lot of knowledge, and I've done this before, but I'm getting sharper with it now when I was in the States the last time, because I eat things not on my normal Costa Rica diet when I'm in the States. I had that, I have potatoes, I have quite a good bit of steamed vegetables, but the one meal I'm talking about was the vegan meal. If you remember, it was kind of a Middle Eastern platter, and it was vegan. I was in a vegan restaurant, but I had hummus, pita bread, tabbouleh, Kalamata olives, and stuffed grape leaves. Now that's got a lot it's heavier. It's got a lot more fat in it. Plus, I'm assuming the chickpeas cooked in the hummus. So that's something that's totally different. Even when I don't like to use the word cheat, and I can't really say backup plan because I eat cooked food so seldom it's not a backup plan, but I'd say my cooked treats or whatever, I'm noticing what affects me and how it affects me. Now that meal, that vegan meal, it didn't give me any digestive problems. I didn't have any stomach ache. I didn't, get sick in any way. But it took my energy level from up here to down here. And it lasted for about 24 hours. Now I don't know. I have to say, I can be real lazy when I'm at my mom's house in the States, and I just kind of I almost feel like I'm on vacation. And I ate that on a Saturday, so Sunday's a lazy day anyway, and I was laying around in bed watching, might have either been World Cup or I was watching something, but I had no energy that day. Now what I gained from that experience was, and also too, I gained two things from that experience. Number one is I'm getting cleaner and cleaner because it affected me this time more than it usually affects me, because I usually have that meal at least once. I go home, I've told you before, I go home 2 weeks every 3 months, and I usually have that meal once. So I have that meal about 4 times a year. Sometimes I'll make it to Pensacola twice, so I'll have it twice. So maybe I have that meal 5, a maximum 6 times a year. Well, this time, each time I go, I notice it being a little heavier on me, a little heavier. What I learned this time though is next time when I go back, I have every intention, I probably will order that platter again, because I know what it's going to do. It's not that bad yet. We'll see if when I get cleaner, maybe I have to let it go completely. But the next time, I may not eat the whole thing in one sitting. And then, like I say, I'm hoping for a very clean 3 months this time, so I'm going to be even cleaner when I go back. So maybe that won't be possible. But I'm aware of it, and I'm aware of how that makes me feel. And when it goes over that tipping point, right now it's at a level where it's like I know it's going to bring me down a little bit, but it's a pleasurable meal, and I understand that and I accept it. Now it may get to a level where it brings me down enough, and it actually does start messing with my digestion to where I'll either cut it out, or maybe I sit down and eat it in 2 or 3 sittings. So we'll see. I learned that also about the other cooked food that I was eating in the States. And okay, depending on where you are in your journey, I'm going to notice it a little bit more because I'm 2 years into a high raw vegan lifestyle. I'm starting now, to eat low fat and really even clean it up more. So I do feel like I'm very much in tune with my body and how things affect my body. Still got a long way to go. Now, if I go back a year and a half, 2 years, I didn't have the intuition I do now, but you still have some intuition and you need to learn that. So if you take anything from this video, I'm going to give you an approach for succeeding on a raw vegan lifestyle, eating more raw food, eating more vegan food, whatever it is you're doing, by doing two things by educating yourself, watching videos, reading stuff, you know, even the scientific stuff, understanding the mechanics and the science behind what's going on. Get the recipes, listen to what other people's takes on it. But in the end, then you need to take that knowledge and you need to apply it to your body. And you need to start really listening, and you need to see how this fits. And if you're really serious about this, and if you're cleaning, you're really cleaning out, you're going to get more and more sensitive, and you're going to be more in touch with what you're putting in your body. And then it becomes a decision for you. And then it's almost like you can play little mind games with yourself. Like I say, I give little psychological kind of tricks to do this. I don't ever want them to sound like I'm being judgmental or I'm being mean-spirited, but it's like I'm talking about doing it with myself, so not with somebody else, just so that's clear. But even kind of making fun of yourself a little bit. Once you know, okay, I ate this, it gave my body this reaction. What, am I stupid? Am I going to put something back in my body for years? Well, and we will, and I'm not going to be judgmental, like I say, because I did it for years. It's the same thing. What about cigarettes and alcohol? How many times did I put that in my mouth and feel crappy? But it took a long time before the light bulb went off in there. But anyhow, listen to your body. Work on your intuition. Get in tune with how your body's working. Don't leave it all like outside, like to chance. I think if you don't understand how your body works, and if you don't understand the inner workings, and you're not aware of day-to-day changes and how you feel when you eat certain things, do it. Get in touch with yourself, because that's going to be the number one learning tool you have on your health journey. Because, you know, maybe all of us that are making YouTube videos are full of shit. Who knows? I'm not saying we are. I'm just saying use what God gave you. You don't depend on others for everything in your life. The more independent you can be, the better off you are. So get the knowledge, apply the knowledge, and then listen to the ultimate judge. Anyhow, hope you liked this video. If you liked it, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel, and have a great day. Peace.